Welcome to the hottest happy hour on STL. We're so glad you're tuning in with us to the In Your City show with myself, Kelly,
And
and
who
who
am
are
I?
you?
Did you forget who I was?
No, not quite. I just thought maybe you wanted to say your own name.
Gordon Montgomery.
Go, we're going to say your first and last name.
Of
What's your
course.
middle name? Wayne?
Why did you bring that up?
Gordon Wayne Montgomery.
Yeah.
Isn't that Superman's?
Does anybody get not like their middle name?
I think most people probably don't like their middle name because it's something you're stuck with you get your grandma or your grandpa's or your dad's or brother's
Gene.
cousin, somebody, yeah, Jean. Casey, my daughter, literally hates that she got my middle name and I got my dad's middle name. And it's spelled like a man, Gene. So it's not even spelled like a girl, Jen. So it sucks all the way around for me. It's like Kelly, everybody spells my name wrong because I have an EY. My middle name is spelled like a guy, so no one's, if I say Jean, they're gonna go Kelly Jean, they're gonna put Jean. And then of course my last name, which that was previous to previous days, Lamm, they want to spell it like Lamb, lamb. So,
Lamb.
it never works out in my favor to be able to get my name spelled right or be able to buy anything at Six Flags. It's always spelled wrong. So anyway, we have a great show today as I'm complaining about our middle names. We have a powerhouse hour, local energy. We have got the iconic Slyman Brothers that will be in with us today, celebrating nearly 60 years of appliance excellence. That's a long
Long
time.
time.
That is something to be proud of. That is for sure. We are going to be, SheBang is going to be stopping it. Well, I should say they've flown in a special video to share with us today. How about that?
And I keep forgetting to put the theme song up, the Ricky Martin song. She
Oh
bangs.
my gosh, you're gonna definitely have to do that. Cat Muse, of course, is going to be rocking it with what bands are playing in the city this weekend. And of course, Marcus Theaters is always giving us the vibes of what's at the movie theater and what you need to be munching on some popcorn to be watching, and maybe what the box office money brought in for movies. It does seem to get bigger, yet do you know, the movie theater, it's such a used to be the only way you could go see a movie is going to the movie theater. I mean, we had what, four channels on a TV when we were little? So if you went to the movies, I mean, it was a big deal to go to the movies and see the box office, where now kind of have that choice. Like we wanted to see F1, we wanted to see that on the big screen for sure. I mean, and I'm so glad that we did. Jurassic Park, those movies, they just seem like that's big screen appeal. But now with the size TVs that we have in our home and the sound systems that you put in as well,
We have
you know,
movie theaters.
you wait like what, a week and you can rent the movie on TV, which I would hope that theaters are, I don't know
Almost
who
a-
makes
yeah.
money off of that.
It's a long day.
I don't know who makes
I gotta wake up at noon.
who wa-
Start
who
waking up at noon.
exactly. I don't know who makes money on that because the theaters do they make any profit when you're buying movies to watch at home? Do they
Well,
have a piece of that? Because they're not actually making the
movie
movie.
theater doesn't, but the studio does.
So I would think that would really hurt movie theaters when we wait to just be lazy and
I
sit
think they
home
can
on
tell
our
now if
couch.
they're gonna, by the audience drop off, if it's gonna continue. If it's either just gonna go down in attendance or stay the same. So,
Yeah, and go up. So, but I mean, there's just some movies. There's no matter how big of a TV you have, you want to see it on the big screen. So we're gonna have that, and so we've got a great show today. Looking forward to it. A lot of fun things going on in the Lou as well. Gosh, when we had uh the woman from the aquarium, of
hmm
course, there's only so much time that we have, and so we ran out of time, and it was exciting because she didn't get to talk about all the rides.
all the cool things at Union Station.
Yeah. Oh, Union Station is so beautiful, isn't it? I
It's
mean, what
gorgeous.
an
Yeah.
iconic piece in the middle of downtown St. Louis and the Ferris wheel, behind it. And of course, we had talked about the St. Louis Aquarium because they had uh, Jaws, the Shark Week, I guess I should say. They had that week, but they've got some cool rides going up.
They got
The
like a little amusement park going now,
right.
and it's right there around the Ferris wheel. And so what they're bringing in is they're bringing in a flying Louie, which I believe that's what this is
A
right now.
swashbuckling pirate ship theme ride that swings in an arc, reaching
Oh, that's
heights of
this.
42 and a half feet, which is, I guess, similar. Isn't it the Buccaneer at Six Flags?
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
that thing, right?
how fun. Look at the park itself with everything there. And then what did you have up? Did you have the locomotion? That's the railroad history locomotion train
No, I've
theme
got
roller
it
coaster.
looks like they have uh carousel as well.
Okay.
There's the roller coaster right there.
Oh, that's fun. Not quite like the Screaming Eagle, but a good time.
Yeah.
And then the wave swinger. That's a trip back in time to 1904. I think maybe that might be what maybe that that
They
that we're
got some
looking at.
swings too, they
Okay,
said. So
so
you remember the long, the swings that you get in and
that goes around in
sends you all the
circles.
way out?
It's one
Yeah.
of those then. Okay, so
Yeah.
the wave swinger and then midway games. So they've got a selection of
Like carnival
carnival games,
games,
which is
ring toss and
yeah.
knock the
What
bottles
a
down.
fun idea.
Yeah.
So what is that taking place of over on their side? Was that a parking lot right there that they've gotten rid of to add that? It's right next to the trains.
Yes, it would have been a parking lot.
Now we went up in the Ferris wheel, which is really beautiful to be up there, especially in the evening and be able to look out and see everything around you up there. But the only thing I don't like about Ferris wheels, it's so fun riding it, but then it's days before you get off because you have to wait for each person one at a time to step off the Ferris wheel and go out. Were you ever afraid of Ferris wheels? I mean, I know they go slow, but it always feels like as it's starting to move up, you might go upside down.
No,
You never had that feeling?
never had that
Okay,
feeling.
it happens to me.
No, I always was afraid that I would get stuck at the top.
And yeah, but you're sitting in at least in a bucket. It's not, and it's enclosed, so it's not like you're sitting outside.
And the 1904 World's Fair,
Hmm.
that Ferris wheel had like giant cars, like 10 people could fit in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
I
was
don't know
huge.
if I have actually looked at pictures of the Ferris wheel from 1904. I'm going to have to do that then. I don't know. So in 1904, if I would have been up in a Ferris wheel, but that would have been a whole new thing for them to
Yeah.
go up in something like that. But I know we were watching last night, which, our hearts go out to what Hawaii or, um, the
The 8.8 magnitude earthquake that struck off the coast of Russia
yeah, that's heading, I guess, because of that happening.
that triggered tsunami waves.
And I always think of that movie. Remember that movie? It was literally called Tsunami, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Where those people were on vacation and
vacation.
that wave just, I mean, and can you imagine standing on the beach and you're standing there and you're, up waist deep water and then all of a sudden the water is just literally going away from you way out into the ocean and you see the sand, there's no water. Can you imagine what you're thinking at that point?
Oh, yeah.
But then it comes
Then you
back in
know you
a
better be running for the hills.
yeah, it comes back in huge force.
Now, I want to have some. I don't really know anything about tsunamis, so I'm not going to act like I do. But I'm just wondering how much of that is Hollywood because some of the tsunami. This was the largest earthquake ever,
Yeah, 8.8, that's pretty big.
and I saw some of the waves that hit Japan, and they were nothing like you see in the movies. Looked like Poseidon Adventure or something.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they're all of different level depending, I'm sure. I mean, that one
Right.
that
And
happened
how far I
in,
guess it has to travel. So,
yeah,
like if an earthquake is under the ocean, you
yeah,
know,
right. How far it travels and then, how deep. So, I mean, I'm sure that some are bigger than others, just like hurricanes, the way they hit and that. But that movie, I mean, what you saw in that movie, I mean, that was a true story. That was not, I mean, I know it's Hollywood, it's a movie, but it was
yeah.
actual, I guess, reenacted footage.
Kelly forgets that movies are movies sometimes. She gets so involved in them.
Maybe just a tad bit that I do. But because of that, it made you think of something really cool that's actually happening in Las Vegas.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Are
yeah.
are you're not listening to me?
Sorry, I was making sure they got my
Yeah,
point.
so Las Vegas, the Sphere,
The
which is
Sphere
playing,
is
so
having
kind of made you think of tornadoes and monkeys and
so
crazy things flying, which it's really cool. If you happen to be going to Las Vegas anytime soon, the Sphere is playing The Wizard of Oz, and when you're in there, you're going to literally feel like the winds are blowing, right? I mean, it's going to give you like the
they
effect, not
right.
quite like being in a
And they said that
tornado,
was quite a
but
chore to be able to put in those type of wind tunnels to make sure that everybody feels it. So when that tornado hits at the very beginning and it's in black and white, it's kind of what do they call it, sepia
yeah.
color, and that tornado hits. But being in the Sphere in Las Vegas, watching the Wizard of Oz, I almost want to make a trip. I almost want to get tickets for that.
Just to
There's,
go, just
I
to
mean,
see it,
there's been bands and stuff that play the Sphere, and it's like,
which is
do I
really
want to spend the
amazing.
money? Do I want to go see that there?
Yeah.
But the Wizard of Oz with the spear,
Yeah, that would have
I
to be
mean,
pretty incredible.
I'm
And
showing you
look
the
at
picture
effects
of
and stuff like that.
if you go online later and check out our show, you'll be able to see some of the pictures. But I mean,
If you're not already watching it right now.
the wizard is so cool because to see the big smoke flames and everything,
Right.
those are going to actually fire. You're going to be able to feel the
Feel
heat
it.
from the fire. So
Yeah,
that'll be
very
kind of
cool.
cool too.
Well, before we meet our guest that we're excited to meet, the Slyman Brothers, gosh, nearly 60 years in business is quite incredible. We're going to dive into a second generation of owners, talk to them, find out what's going on right now in Slyman and their new places and new appliances and everything that's going on. But first, I have to tell you about a great friend of ours, and that is Jennifer Williams. She is the owner, woman-owned business right there off of Big Bend, the St. Louis Closet Company, over 30 years in business. This woman knows what she's doing. If you go in there, what's cool about it is you walk back in the back area and you can actually see their team creating, designing, and building the different room additions that people are doing to organize their house. They do it right on site. They are local. They support local. Everything's done on site right there, whether it's a mudroom, a closet, a drawer, all the way up to redoing your garage, your house, your kitchen, whatever it might be. St. Louis Closet has it all. Jennifer says that she'll take you from chaos to clarity. That's what it's all about, is being home, being calm, being comfortable. So go in there, say hello. Jennifer's always there. If she's not, her team will be there to greet you and welcome you to a new era of storage. So here we go. Are you ready to meet John and Bob?
Yes.
Let's And tell me, your second generation, so is it your fathers that were the owners?
Yes.
Were-
Father, my father, yeah.
How many times were you on site while your dads were either roller skating around or
They
doing
weren't roller
something?
skating.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
were
wrong
skating.
guys.
Oh,
That's
they
the-
were
That's the
skating.
decent boys.
We were on the uncle.
That's
They weren't?
amazing.
Yeah, he's my uncle.
He was.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
so all the brothers
Yeah,
were
yes.
crazy.
He was especially
How
crazy.
much fun was that growing up around men like that? Because
Yeah.
they had to have such an incredible sense of humor.
Right.
I did not know that you were related
Yeah.
to that. So they
It's my
probably
grandma's
fed off
brother.
of each other.
My grandmother's brother, Steve
Oh,
Miserino. Yeah, there's
my.
Joe Miserino.
Yeah.
Several.
Imagine their house growing up.
Yeah.
I can't even, as kids. So when think of them when they were little running around and then became adults and
Yeah.
had children of their own.
Yeah.
So what was it like being a kid? Like I owned restaurants when I was, younger, and I had a salon, and my kids, my girls are 10 years apart. So one was raised in a salon, one was raised in a restaurant. They were always at work with me.
Mhm.
Were you at work as well with your
Well,
parents?
we did, not too young, but those days, the hours were 10 a.m. in the morning till 9 at night. And my parents had 8 children. So
Oh, big family.
I'm the youngest of 8.
we took
Yes,
care of
baby.
we took care of each other. And
So you were the ones that were going to try and sell off on the commercial, because I know one of the commercials they were talking about,
Yeah,
we're having a sale. Are we selling the kids?
Yeah.
No, we're not selling the
We
kids.
got about that.
You were saying another commercial
Yeah.
last night that cracked me up. He loves doing voices. He loves doing that. And you
What
were,
commercial was that?
it was their commercial. I mean, back in time, their commercials.
Oh, no.
Long time
The
ago.
three
you're
most
doing-
popular commercials back then
Yeah.
was Slyman Brothers,
Right.
The Decent Boys, and
No, you were doing Slyman
Uncle
Brothers.
Leonard.
Wait till midnight
Oh,
to see him.
no.
That's the only ones we could afford at the time.
Do you ever think about, you're so elegant now and such a class act. Not that you wasn't then, but I mean, it's a whole different,
Before I did.
Yeah. Thank you.
a whole different level of,
Yeah.
gosh, who had kitchens like what you all
Right,
carry
right.
now? Do you ever think about having some fun and maybe reenacting your parents and doing a fun commercial?
Well, we've done
Did
one
some of the
before.
You
pictures.
have?
Yeah.
Well,
There's somewhere on the
Do you have,
I
you
don't.
have one of the
I have. Well,
older ones?
I have some. I have some of the older ones.
At Slyman Brothers Appliance Centers, you won't find any fancy fixtures, any carpeted showrooms. In fact, we don't even have any fancy TV commercials. Instead, we pass these savings on to you, the customer.
Shop Tipton, shop Pat Riley, shop the New Deal, shop all over. But before you buy, see the Slyman Brothers. We will not knowingly be undersold by anyone.
Try us. You'll like us.
Love it.
That was-
Shirt.
Yeah.
Thinking back to the try it, you like it slogan.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. That goes back to the early 70s, where it was an Alka-Seltzer commercial that if you had an upset stomach, you would take Alka-Seltzer, and they said, try it, you'll like it. So my father and my uncle incorporated that into the commercial. try us, you'll like us.
That's
It goes
awesome.
back to an Alka-Seltzer commercial back in the early 70s.
So founded in 1965.
Yes.
And Bob and Harry. So which, obviously,
We're
you
brothers.
must
Both
be Bob,
are
Bob
brothers.
Jr.
Brothers.
Harry
Oh,
is
you're
our uncle.
brothers.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe you were a son of each one. Got it. And Harry's your
Hear them.
uncle.
Yeah.
It's my dad's name, Harry. See, good name. All right. I'm sorry. You were going to say something.
No, I had this one too. I love this one because it was like, you know what? Because people were tired of commercials. They get tired.
Yeah, that was
So this one.
Getting tired of commercials? Well, so are we. Let's get back to the program.
Slyman Brothers, GE Appliance.
I love that. I saw that one. I went,
Keep
that's
it
awesome.
simple.
Let's get back to the program. But you know what? It spoke volumes because it was like, you know what? We care about you. You just watch show. We got our message in. You saw who we
That's
were.
right.
You know.
Did you know as kids growing up that you were going to step in and take over the business with 8 children? Are you all involved or just you two decided
Just
to stay
myself
in?
and my sister who's not here, but
Which I think I met her. We went to your
Maybe.
grand opening at
Yes,
your
yes, sir.
location. I think we met your sister and took a picture and put it in the magazine as well.
we didn't know for sure. I don't know if our father even wanted us to be in the business, but you know, it ended up that way, and it was the best thing that ever happened to us, I think.
What did you two, when you decided to get into the business, what did you say to each other and how did you want to differentiate from what your father and uncle started?
It's a good question. I think we wanted to concentrate more on high-end kitchens and more. I mean, back in the day, there really wasn't that.
Sure, we had
Type of
what,
appliance.
avocado green and
Yeah, harvest gold.
a few things to pick
Yeah.
from in that. And
Avocado green.
Things have changed.
We had the avocado green appliances
We
in our
had
house.
Our kitchen colored, going up.
did you did your dad used to sit around, or your dad and uncle sit around and talk about, what could we design next? Did they have that, or was
I
it?
think they just was concerned about selling appliances so they could feed our kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was back in the day where like you had to be a hustler to.
Yeah, you did. There was a lot of
You get back-
competition back then. A lot of competition.
And one thing you guys sold back then that you don't sell now is TVs, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You were
I sold
selling
TVs.
Yeah.
Zenith and
VCRs.
yeah.
VCR, remember when a VCR came out? It's like
Yeah.
$900 for
I
a
remember selling those
VCR.
things.
It's like crazy.
Like trying to pick it up. You're like,
It's like a news cam.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, carrying that
Yeah,
around
So
as
those
well.
console TVs with
Yeah.
that big, you know,
Oh, the big screen
Furniture.
TVs, they're huge. You had to get them in the basement of people's houses.
Oh my
I remember
God.
going on deliveries just to help get the thing down the basement.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Did you guys learn the business, do everything as you're growing up and going
kind of,
through
yeah,
it?
that's true, we did.
Wow.
And out the store sometimes.
How many locations now?
Well, 5, and then soon to be 6, maybe 7, but that's, I don't want to give
Are
that
they
away.
all different, or are you keeping the same class of style for each one now?
Trying to keep it the same
Yeah.
each store.
When you go in,
Size and everything. The only store that's not as big as the other stores is our store in Hampton. It's a smaller footprint, but
what do you think, as you've started the business, that you've carried on as the legacy? What is your legacy that you're carrying forward?
I think putting people first,
Mm.
service, and just trying to take care of customers the right way.
Do you each have kids?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are they learning the business?
Yeah.
Well, his son's in the business already, and so is my son.
Yeah. And how many kids do you all have?
2.
That too.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't do the
Not the
8.
8.
Was your family Catholic?
They didn't want to work that hard.
It's like whenever you see a family of 6 or more, you're like, you must
Yeah,
be Catholic.
Yeah, sure.
There's so many kids.
Well, Kelly's talking about all the transitions and through the years, but things have evolved in appliances. I mean, they're pretty amazing
Yeah,
with
they
the new
are.
technology and everything that you guys have out there right now. And with the new locations, you have Wolf, Sub-Zero, and Cove.
Mhm.
So talk a little bit about your high-end stuff that you guys have just now started to carry and what you're doing with that.
Yeah, well, we picked up Sub-Zero, Wolf, and Cove this year. I mean, we started talking about last year. Our showrooms got finished earlier this year with that brand, and it's just there's nothing like it. I mean, as far as the high end goes, technology, the quality.
Name recognition,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to your event where you had a chef,
Yeah.
and possibly works for you. He's a chef, and he was using and I know I'm not calling the appliance probably correctly, but it was a steamer or
Mhm. Steam oven.
steamed cook.
Yeah.
Steam oven, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dream.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the appliance to have. It does everything. It's
Right.
incredible. And from even the way it can reheat your
Mhm.
food, using the water and the food, the meat,
Doesn't
everything's
dry
so
out.
moist. Yeah.
And the under counter microwave oven because we always go, why did they put the microwave? We got a gas stove,
It's like
and that
melting our
microwave oven gets
Yeah,
so
well,
hot.
Microwave drawer, I think they call it.
Yeah.
But it's a great idea.
I mean,
It's out of the way and, just pull out the drawer or whatever.
bread warmers, I mean, everything. So
Everything in it.
what are some of the appliances that you really pride yourself on? I know you just said the names of Sub-Zero and things like that, but what are some of the appliances that people should really come in and check out, which would be what did we call the steam again? Steam
Yeah,
oven?
Steam oven.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
pretty easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Steam oven.
What do we call the steam oven?
There wasn't a
Yeah.
fancy name, I don't know.
Ovens are popular.
Yeah.
And then the, what's the other?
Vietnamium oven.
Vietnamium, but there's,
What is that?
what's the other, version of convection? There's why can't I think of it?
I don't know. Is there such a
It's your business, it's
Yeah.
okay. You guys just look good selling.
It's,
Air fryer?
air fryer.
Yeah, air fryer's
Oh.
popular.
That's very popular now.
And are you finding different ways? Do you literally work with like, I guess kitchen designers and that to say,
Mhm.
because there's so many cool things. How do you put them all in your kitchen? Like I want that steam
Well,
oven.
The best thing is our salespeople. They've been with us a long time. They get a lot of training. They go to different places in Chicago and they get to train with chefs from GE, Whirlpool, all those guys. So
help you
they
figure out how you
they know
place
exactly.
those things.
Right.
Exactly.
Because we were looking in a house one time and they had the bread warmer that pulled
Mhm.
out. They had the wine, cooling system. Back when I was little, that was how you had your ovens. They were on
Yeah.
the wall. Now they're coming back again to
Yeah.
put them on the walls rather than being, under your gas stove.
Mhm.
Yeah. My father and my uncle would never dream of what's going on
Well,
in the appliance world now.
Pro Series ranges. I mean, they're 60 inches wide.
Oh my
Oh, I know.
I mean, they're-
I love some of those too. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 2 cabinets out and
Yeah.
put this in. It's like, what else I like is the heat induction
yeah, those are really-
tops.
Yeah,
those are
Just
good.
you could touch them as
Yeah.
soon as you put. That's
Safe
crazy to me.
and fast.
Yeah.
You guys are experts in what you do. Is there an appliance that you thought of that hasn't been made yet, but you think should be done?
My uncle years ago, they were interviewing on, I don't know what the interview was, but it was about washing machines. He said, someday they're gonna have them without washers, without water. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. It never
They
happened.
call it sonic cleaning or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Well, they kind of
That
do
was
that with the
something that I-
steam, with the steam
Yeah,
dryers.
They
You know,
don't use any
that-
water and they clean your clothes. I'm like, I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Now
Maybe
they're
dry
doing-
cleaning or something.
The washing machine, so it stays in it. Because there's nothing worse when you have wet laundry
Yeah, you forget
and
to
you
take it
gotta
out.
put it,
Yeah.
or you have to, drape it over to the next
Right.
machine like that and hope that you
Yeah,
paid
that's
extra
everything.
to have the door open the same way. And now you can just
Wash
put it
your
in.
dryer
Yeah.
incorporated in
Yeah.
one.
That's the coolest
And
thing ever.
space, save space too.
Yeah.
Yes,
A lot of
absolutely.
people buy 2 of them, so they can do 2 loaves at one time.
Especially
Yeah.
for a
Large
family of
families,
8.
yeah,
You
right,
could be able to
yeah,
do that. Well, what's a touching memory? And I'm sure there's probably several, but what is a touching memory that kind of takes you back to the early days that has made you who you two are today? Does that make
Well,
something that stuck with you?
my father worked hard, long hours,
Mhm.
8 children. We just lost our mom a couple
Oh,
weeks ago.
oh,
so
sorry.
Yeah,
And she, I don't know how she did it with 8
I
children.
don't either.
We weren't angels either,
Yeah.
I was the angel.
Yeah.
Yes, you
He's the
were.
baby,
the
the baby.
I was gonna say, you're the youngest?
Yeah.
I bet you
But
were.
that,
Yeah.
watching him come home at night, when everybody else
Yeah.
was, we were out playing, my mom would make a special meal just
Yeah,
for
just for
him,
him, right.
and she cooked for 8 kids, then, put us to bed or get ready to bed, and my dad would
It was
come home
normal
at
to us
9:30
for
at night.
them to work that many hours. That was normal. That
Yeah.
was not anything like, we didn't think that was
No,
like, oh, you're working so hard. Well, this is
We had a
how
lot to
things were,
entertain
yeah.
you with 8 kids.
Yeah.
You guys weren't bored, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
we were bored.
So did you ever get to
But-
wait till your dad gets home?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that
Oh,
won't be
sure.
till at least 9. We'll be in
Yeah.
bed.
many times, and you're hoping he had a good day at work.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember, that's the worst thing your mom could ever say to you. Is
Yeah.
wait till your dad gets
I
home.
had to wait. It's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. You gotta wait till 9.
9 o'clock,
I'm thinking about
nervous.
that.
Just have to sit there. So did you have nice appliance at your house that always worked then?
Not really, I mean, just, kind of average.
I was like the last person in high school to have a microwave. I'd go to my friend's house, they'd have a microwave. We wouldn't have one.
Remember
Like,
coming home
yeah,
and mom
that's
would guys
crazy.
dinner in the
That's what-
oven
yeah.
warming?
Yeah.
Remember you'd warm it in the oven, a tin foil over
Yeah.
it, rock hard food
Yeah.
by the time you came home.
We didn't
My
have
favorite
the
was amazing.
fanciest we had was, I guess, that we had a side-by-side refrigerator.
Oh, that is.
With a sensor on the
Yeah.
outside. Not too many, and we had color TVs. Some people didn't have color TVs.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet your friends thought
Right.
that was cool
Yeah,
then.
and remote control.
Yeah, it was
TVs.
a clicker. You had it would click.
It had,
Yeah,
had a
it
wire
actually
going
made
in.
a clicking
Yeah,
noise.
yeah, exactly. It would, I think you try to click something with my brother did it, my other brother, with the garage door, and it would change the channel on the TV.
Oh,
that's
that's
fun.
great.
Or if you scream really loud.
It was all frequency,
Now,
yeah.
how about the appliances in your house now? Much different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wires are like this or don't come home?
Nice ones.
Yeah.
So tell us about the experience. The time goes by so quickly. Tell us what an experience is now going into a Slyman Brothers store.
Well,
You want to tell it?
what, well, I'm pretty semi-retired, right, pretty much semi-retired, but, when I go in the store occasionally, I still run into people that I know that bought from us in the past. And my salesman talking, isn't that Mr. Slyman over there? You know, they'll say, I bought a fridge from him, 20 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, just kind of you reminisce that way with the customers. But, we've been in business so long that I've had customers that have been buying from me for 40, almost 50 years now.
What a compliment.
You're a
Yeah.
staple in St.
Yeah.
Louis.
I mean, the
Yeah.
big thing is when you come to our stores, our salespeople are trained. They know what to sell you.
Yeah.
They're not going to sell you something in that it's not going to work in your spot. They're going to make sure they cover all the bases and sell you the right thing. And that's probably one of the most important things because you don't want to be delivering something different, like delivering it, then have to bring it back, making
Right.
something else.
Right.
So I think from
Being
start to
knowledgeable.
finish, being knowledgeable, it makes a big difference.
Well,
Buy the right thing.
don't go anywhere. We have to go to a commercial break.
Okay.
And because you know how that is, radio
Yeah.
just got to pay the bills, right?
Bill.
So we're going to take
Right.
it to commercial right here on the In Your City show at Lou Information Station, KLIS 590. It is the new Lou Information Station. We'd love you to go to louinfo.com and subscribe. You can go to the In Your City show and to subscribe as well. Find us on Instagram. Maybe you've got a great story you want to tell. We'd love to hear it. We'll be right back with more of the Slyman Brothers right here on the In Your City show. All right, we are back with the In Your City show right here at the Lou Information Station. The Slyman Brothers have stuck around with us. We have John and Bob having some fun talking about way back when, which is nearly 60 years ago. They were kids. Now they're grown-ups. And they're running the stores now. Well, Bob says he's kind of semi-retiring there, which you should. You've got a son coming up your way. Or
Yeah.
do you have anybody that you're going to be bringing up in your way as
My
well?
son, my son Christopher is the president of Slyman Brothers.
Oh, wow.
His son's involved too. He's
Yeah,
just
manager.
Yeah.
How nice is
They
that?
pretty much
They're
run it.
taking over
And his
now.
Nephews run it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
It makes it nice for us.
So we were kind of talking during break, and Gordon started to ask some questions, and we're like, no, wait, don't
Well,
answer. We'd rather everyone else know too.
We
So
want to know a good story about what, anything, even all the way back to your uncle and your dad, something that was a good story.
I'm trying to think back that far, but the one I was mentioning where the store on Hampton back, and I guess it was Thanksgiving, the customer came in, their stove went out, and they had company coming over, and they were frantic, and they didn't think they were going to get one that day on Thanksgiving. But my son, who happened to be the manager at the time at that store, had one in stock that they liked, and he actually manually got it on a dolly and dollied it down the street on Nottingham, which was like 2-3 blocks away. And these people could
so
not
they lived
believe it.
close.
They lived close, yeah, and they could not believe that
Hand
service they
delivery.
got. Yeah, and
Wow.
they were so thankful, and it was to this day they're our customers still. Obviously,
I
they,
bet so, yeah.
Lifelong.
something like that you don't get that
No.
nowadays, with personal service like that.
Were you closed on Sundays back then?
We
We
were.
still are.
Isn't that,
Yeah.
that's so
Yeah,
cool. You're
so-
like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Probably the only two businesses that are
Yeah.
closed on,
Yeah, we're still
closed on Sundays.
But you can shop online if you want on Sunday.
That's true. Have it delivered
That's
then.
right.
Well, tell us a little bit, since you said the word online, you can literally go onto your website, pick out what you want, and have it
You
delivered.
can do everything from our website. You can find what you want. You can buy it. You can set up delivery from very beginning to the end online.
And then I think Mary Beth was mentioning you deliver all the way to the Lake of the Ozarks, to
Yeah, Lake of the Ozarks, Columbia, and Jeff City, and we do that every week.
So Slyman Brothers is a St. Louis staple.
Right.
I mean, your dad's really put it on the map with their personalities and the way they were and the way they did business. And do you see yourself moving outside and expanding outside of the St. Louis territory? Is that a dream, or the sun's coming
It
up?
could be reality.
It's kind of
Yeah.
we don't want to
We don't want to
away, but
get
yeah,
the
that's
cat
what
out of the
we're-
bag yet,
Yeah,
but-
there's near
That's
future.
which it should. I mean,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. You've
Yeah.
got a new generation of family that's coming up, and they're going to put their special touches
Right.
and
Right.
their family, I guess, dreams into it, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So 60 years, I want to see you guys do a commercial, but you got to do the commercial in clothes that your uncle and your dad would
That
wear.
would be
Okay.
That would be great. That would be great. Like the white belt and
Yeah.
checkered pants
You
and the.
gotta wear the big lapel
Yeah.
top.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, my
Yeah,
son went down to Florida because my parents had a home down there, and him and his wife went, and they took a picture with my dad with his cabana clothes, he called
Yeah.
them,
Cabana
yeah,
clothes.
cabana, and my mom's clothes, and they took pictures of themselves with that. And
Oh,
I
that's
wish
awesome.
he probably has them somewhere. But my dad was a pretty sharp dresser. And
Oh,
my
yeah.
mom,
I
of
have
course,
I have a really good picture with his clothes from his closet.
yeah.
That we went down there with Christopher and his.
Oh, you put him on it?
Yeah, Christopher and his friends, and it was
You
one-
actually put them on?
Yeah, one of his friends played baseball, and he still does play
Professional
baseball,
player.
professional, but we went down to see him at spring training, and so we stayed at my mom and dad's house there, so I'm like, okay, we're gonna go to this game, but we all have to wear the clothes out of this closet. So 6 of us dressed up with his clothes and showed up at the game, and
That is
it
so
made his
great.
day.
Oh,
I've never seen him
gosh.
take so good in my life. It
I
was,
bet
it was
they did.
pretty
So
cool.
how many years were your parents married?
It's been, we went to the
70-some
50th,
years.
so about 60, 70 years, probably going on 70. It was, yeah.
7 years,
You
yeah.
don't hear that, do you?
My mom just passed away at 91, and my dad was 85, 86 when he passed. But
Gosh, that's wonderful.
they're childhood sweethearts. They met when she was 15 years old.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
Yeah, they lived down the street from each other.
What a great story.
Truly
You-
childhood sweethearts.
Yeah.
You know, we did a story, of course, I'm sure you saw the story that we did in our City Lifestyle magazines, and it was fun putting a few of those archived pictures,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
of them at the store. it's so nostalgic,
Yeah.
and brings back, memories of being a kid, during that time.
Yeah.
There it is right there.
There-
That's a ribbon cutting, isn't
Bob's
it?
right in the middle with the mustache.
That's you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't born yet, but.
Yeah, did you just say
We're
that's
looking at
you?
a 5 years old
Did you
maybe.
just say that's
That
you?
was it? Was it you?
That's
That's
him.
me.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
Yeah.
I
That's the
thought you
Hampton store, our grand opening.
Yeah.
The ribbon
look
cutting.
at you sporting the mustache.
And the old mustache with throw.
Oh my gosh.
Look at those.
There's
Look
my
at those
uncle.
washing machines in the back.
Something
Yeah,
from The
but-
Godfather,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Looking
yeah.
at those
The ringer
pictures.
washers.
They sold ringer washers in those days, the 60s. I sold a ringer washer before. A few
I
times.
love the
Really?
commercial that they did where they had the old refrigerator, and they said, this was $349 back in the
Yeah.
day, and guess what? You can get this one for $349
Yeah,
too.
right.
Come on in and
Yeah.
grab it.
They did some good ones, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
That's so great. So memories of growing up, in St. Louis, you guys have lived here your whole life.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite things? I mean, obviously, your family business is right up there at the top of the list of your
I
favorite
want your
things.
go-to
but
restaurant. What's your go-to
What's your
restaurant?
favorite St.
I
Louis
bet.
places in here?
But
We wouldn't go out much because we couldn't afford it back in the day.
Yeah.
My parents would that we kind
Kentucky
of.
Fried Chicken, the boxing
Yeah.
chicken, bucket
Yeah.
chicken was a big deal on Sundays.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you have
But
Meatloaf Monday?
I don't know.
Our parents, moms
My
would
mom
always
made- we
name
just
the
talked
day.
about my mom made a mean pork roast.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was the best.
I mean, think of the groceries. No wonder you had a
Yeah.
side by side. I mean,
Yeah.
with 8 kids, think even now to try to take 8 kids out is absolute. Take 2 people
We
going to
got
breakfast,
some friends of ours that have 6 kids.
Yeah.
6 kids.
and they go through like 2 dozen
Yeah.
eggs
Eggs.
to go to.
And
My
one
mom would buy a
breakfast.
gross of eggs every week. Or
They didn't have
every-
Costco back
yeah.
then.
No,
It was 144 eggs.
Bettendorf wraps or whatever those. But she would take 2 of her sons with her to go shopping, grocery
Yeah.
shopping.
So that they could help.
Yeah, and what is that called? The station wagon.
Yeah.
There was no minivans back then.
No, no. We were just talking about station wagons the other day on the show. How much fun that was! Like
Country
you got to sit
Squire.
in the
Yeah,
back.
it's in
and
the
get
back face
pizza.
that way.
Oh,
By the
yeah.
time you get there, you're sick from going backwards all the time.
That old Country Squire, yellow with the
Squire.
fake
Yeah.
wood paneling
Yeah,
on the
that's
outside.
good.
There would always be somebody to sit on the hump.
Yeah.
The hump
Yeah.
seat. So let's go back to what are some of your favorite St. Louis places to visit? Maybe a restaurant, maybe.
Well, my wife was born and raised on the hill, so we're on the hill every
Yeah.
weekend.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And we have good friends. We know everybody on the hill, and we love all the restaurants. I can name them all and all the owners and everything else. But I love going on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we're going to the Italian Open
Yeah.
this Saturday night.
So tell us what the Italian Open is.
Well, it's a golf tournament, and it's for charity for the young kids clubs in St. Louis, and it's a dinner auction on Saturday night, then a golf tournament on. I'm not playing golf, but I think you're playing golf with my
Yeah, it's
son.
on Monday.
Yeah,
Is it all Italians that are playing?
well, mostly, but my father-in-law, him and Joe Tangaro, that's another name for the past ex-professional wrestler. They started the Italian Open.
That's
So
great.
he cooked and
Mhm.
everything, but yeah, it's going on
That
for.
smells good.
Oh, it does.
When you just drive into the hill, you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. My family name is Marcelli, but
Oh,
they
yeah.
actually didn't live on the hill. They lived up on Delore.
Well, a lot of
It's a little
people,
outside of it.
Italians came in while we go on the hill, the outskirts.
Yep, they went to
And some were up
Delore,
north.
and they were in the olive oil business.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago,
Yeah.
though. So you love going to the hill, and then how about you?
I like to go to the hill too.
Yeah, like keeping
I do
that
too.
family heritage.
Yeah. I mean, I cook a lot myself, so I don't go out
Oh,
as much as probably he does.
Yeah, we go out all the time. We do.
we go out too much too, but I don't like to cook anymore.
And my wife's a great cook, Italian cook.
Oh,
Great cook.
My
We're
son
coming
Chris
over.
likes to cook too. Him and I together. Like,
Really?
sometimes we shouldn't be in the same kitchen together, but
That's so funny. Do you like to
now why's
bake or-
that?
no, because we argue about everything when we cook it. He always
Put
he
too much spice in
he
it.
always
Yeah.
he always spices everything. I'm like, put salt, and I'm like, I don't like all that salt.
It's
Because
cute.
he gives me trouble about that.
Keeping it simple.
Yeah.
So some of the places that are iconic to you that you think of when you think of St. Louis, something that comes to your mind besides the Slyman Brothers, which is that? So how did the name come about?
Well, my last name is
Sorry,
Slyman.
last name.
Their
That's-
last
They're
that's-
brothers.
the-
that started it.
So where does the Italian come in?
Well, it's not. It's Lebanese.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm thinking maybe there's another
I've
name
been-
besides, I
I've been
go by the
dark-
Slyman Brothers, but
been
maybe there's
Italian all
another
my
name.
life.
Yeah.
I'm dark complected. olive skin,
Mm-hmm.
and of course now I married an Italian, so
Yeah.
Okay.
I get the best of both worlds now.
Okay. So I thought maybe the name
They're not-
changed or something like
Lebanon
that.
and Italy, they're not too far apart.
That's
No,
right,
no,
Mediterranean
not-
right
Yeah.
there.
Not at all. And sometimes some of the names had to change
Yeah.
when they came over.
right.
It was
Well, our
shortened
name
up a
was
little
probably
bit.
changed somehow.
Oh, I'm sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Well, we had did you guys, some of the fun things like in St. Louis, you've gone to the City Museum with your
Yeah,
kids
we
and that
take our
growing
kids
up?
there all the time.
So they recently made the Guinness record for banana hat event.
Really?
Where did those things come from? When you think of some of the things in St. Louis that people try to do, where in the world does someone say, I think maybe we should have the
Banana
most
hat.
banana hats ever?
I know they just come up with stuff. Well, you know, if you're the first one to come up with something stupid, then you are
Yeah.
going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Right.
That's
'Cause
right.
nobody else has done that stupid thing yet.
Yeah, I guess that's
It's like
how it
we're
works.
like banana hats.
Well, let's go back to the store a minute and talk about how many stores you have and where they're located. So let's hear that.
So, let me say,
Yeah.
we have one in South City, that's one of the original ones off of Hampton Avenue in Nottingham.
Mm-hmm.
Our South County store, which we just moved to a bigger location, which has everything in it,
Beautiful.
which is off of Limburg, it's 5757 South Limburg. And then we have a store on Manchester Road, 14755 Manchester Road.
Mm-hmm.
And then our store out in O'Fallon, which is right off of Highway K, across from Deerberg's out there.
So I've been to all of them.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sitting there thinking, okay, I've been to all those.
We have our distribution centers at 141 Manchester, so it's very easy to
Been
get
to
to.
that one
pick
accidentally.
up. Yeah, a lot of people do that. We have a outlet store in there as well. Most of that stuff's online. You can buy it online, but it's nice to have that distribution center so close and centrally located because
Right.
it's easy to pick something up if you need something right away.
So for that person that's shopping, you know, you have the high end. Gosh, you
Mhm.
have some gorgeous. It just makes you want to redo your house or move when you walk into your showroom. Do you have a little bit of something for everyone?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not not
Right.
strictly you have the high end, which is exceptional, but you can also, for the person looking for their house that may not have that budget, you also
Yeah.
are able to shop.
Yeah.
Right, you can shop Home Depot, Lowe's, but before you buy.
Try us, you'll like
Yeah,
us.
Still guarantee the lowest price in town on everything we sell.
Still
So,
guarantee
yeah.
it. And you know, I feel like appliances back when you would buy them as a kid when your parents started, they lasted
Oh, yeah.
forever.
I know. That's
They
true.
we went before our appliances went. And how do you feel now with the what you're carrying, knowing the longevity on the
They're
equipment?
still good quality, but they still are not. I think with all the electronics and the computerizing
That's what
computerizing of
Right.
appliances, they don't last like the old ones did back in the day.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
there's times where, growing up, the old fridge you had downstairs outlasted 2 or 3 of the fridges you put in your kitchen.
Right. And a lot of it has to do with the efficiency.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
to make them so efficient. So there's smaller compressors that have to work harder than the ones years ago where they put big compressors in them and they didn't work that. So
We've talked so much. We've had
I know.
enjoyed being with you so much. We wish we had cocktails right now and some meatballs or something and sit here. We have 2 young ladies that are exceptional that are out there helping women and men as well to understand that sometimes when you hit a certain age, things start happening, hormones and that, and they're going to talk to us a little bit. It's SheBang, and we're going to let them roll with some advice for all of us out there to know that you're not crazy when things
Women,
start
for
happening
women.
to you.
For
Yeah.
us too, because we think women are crazy. We got to know why they're crazy.
Exactly. Men, you're going to learn right now, so help them.
Welcome to Beyond the Box. I'm Dodie.
And I'm Laurie, and this is where we get real about midlife because we are in it, and we want to remind you that you are not alone in any of it.
So today we're going to call out some of the biggest menopause myths, the kind that might leave you a little confused, stuck, maybe wondering if you're crazy or losing it.
Because honestly, you might be a little crazy, but not for the reasons that you've been told, because we are going to break down the misinformation that has been served to women for decades.
So, you know, and I know for the first time in a long time, I realize, and I know Lauren realizes, we deserve to understand what's really going on in our body, not just taking our doctor's, brush off of, hey, this is menopause, take this and go home.
Deal with it,
Mhm.
right? That's the messaging that we usually get.
Right.
Myth number 1 is that menopause starts at 50, and it's just some hot flashes, no big deal.
And that is BS.
Yeah.
I almost said it, sorry. That is BS. So I started around 44. 45, and we even have a friend that went through it at 29. When did you start?
Probably in my early 40s, not knowing that that's what I was experiencing. And then I was in full blown menopause by 48.
Yeah.
So it's different for every woman. The symptoms are all across the board. There is no like, hey, this happens and then you're in menopause.
Menopause, perimenopause, midlife, it is not one size fits all.
No.
So 8 to 12 years, that's kind of a good gap for a lot of women to fall in. I'm definitely on the 10-year plan. How long were you in it?
I mean, honestly, I don't know because I didn't even know I was in it. I had no information. So when I was in perimenopause, I didn't know I was in perimenopause. I really didn't have any information about menopause until I was had stopped having a period.
Right. That's what triggered you starting the question thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was like, wait a minute, I'm only 47 and I'm not having a period at all anymore. So it was a really confusing time for me. And that's actually why we're here, because we don't want people to be confused.
Myth number 2, weight gain. They say it's inevitable to just deal with it. No,
this actually drives us kind of crazy because weight gain does happen with perimenopause. I mean, it's for most women, it is like you get that spare tire, that extra weight around the middle, kind of out of nowhere. And you'll have women that are really fit, that are eating really healthy, and then all of a sudden they just gain weight right in their middle.
That's where I gain it. I mean, I look like I'm riding a chicken.
She's very thin legs, so
I'm very skinny legs.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say you look
like riding a chicken.
No, she's in great shape. But you know, the truth is, it's not because you're failing at something. And you know, of course, when you start gaining weight, you freak out and you're like, what am I doing wrong? But it's because your body is reacting to all these hormone shifts, and nobody really taught us how to work with them. You know how to lose weight when you're in your 20s and 30s, but when you're in your 40s and 50s, it is a completely different ballgame.
Oh my God. In my 20s, I could drop 5 pounds in like half a day.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Now, if I do that in 6 months, I'm pretty lucky.
And also, you know, you have to look at your stressors. You have to look at how stress is impacting your cortisol, and how you have to look at how the different foods that we're taking in now compared to in our 20s. Your body metabolizes things differently in your 40s and 50s.
Absolutely.
So knowing some of the, and also environmental toxins, the stuff that your lotions, the things that you're putting on your body, that can all impact your hormones, which can cause weight gain. So you really have to give yourself some grace, because there's some things that are just out of your control. The thing that's worked for us is working with our hormones as opposed to against our hormones. So we understand that in our 40s and 50s, it's important to focus on things like building muscle. It's important to really support your metabolism, and in the way, and if your metabolism has slowed down, you know, taking that into account, it's reducing stress is huge.
Getting plenty of sleep. Plenty of sleep.
Yep.
So, Lori, what is myth number 3?
Myth number 3 is that this is a fun one to talk about, actually, and this is kind of a taboo subject, but that your low libido is just a part of aging. That, you know, we don't want to have sex anymore in our 40s and 50s. But we are not buying that.
No. There was a slight decrease for me, but which kind of I was wondering what was happening. But once I got the hormones balanced out, watch out.
Well, and plus, you know, guess what? We still want to feel sexy in our 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s. I think most women do, and they want to feel desired. They want to feel sexy. You want to feel good in your skin, and when your hormones are completely imbalanced and out of whack, that is going to have an impact on how you respond to your body, how your body responds to your partner. It's mind, body, spirit. It's all connected.
Right. And you know, the more tired that your body is, the less it's going to respond in a positive way. So it's important to make sure you're not running on fumes. Whatever you have to do, whatever that is, that's going to get you to that point, you've got to figure that out.
Yeah, because when you're disconnected from your body and when you're in overwhelm and exhausted mode, guess what? Your sex drive is going to be like, yeah, see ya, bye. And if your idea of foreplay is, hey, are you still awake?
Oh my God,
that's terrible. But it's something that happens.
I know.
And we have to, again, give ourselves grace. We have to be willing to talk about it. We have to actually start tuning into what our body needs.
Yeah, we can get it back.
Yeah.
It's so many women have proven it. You just have to take the time to figure out what's going to work for you. Myth number 4. Okay, hormone therapy is dangerous. Stay away. Huge warning sign. It makes me crazy.
Yeah, this one is actually pretty sad because it's really kept so many women just suffering unnecessarily. One study back in 2002. And it was a study that was done on women who were postmenopausal.
Yeah.
And it was with synthetic hormones.
Nobody talks about the studies that were done without the synthetic, with the bioidentical hormones on women that actually were proven to make a difference. Okay, so they didn't bring that one to light, those studies to light. They decided to focus on the one that would scare everybody, and women were dumping all their hormone therapy into the trash.
Well, and also I want to say this, there's been so many changes recently, and women, there's a lot of doctors out there that are now starting to say, you know what, we have to shift the narrative on this because we were fed a bunch of crap back in, you know.
All right. Well, we'll be able to hear more of this on our YouTube channel and
At the In Your City Show
at the In Your City
at
Show.
newinfo.com. We had a great time with the Slyman Brothers. Thank you for spending time with us. And until our next show, what do we say?
Peace.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's right. That's the old one.